Allow tonight's tale to gently lead you to restful dreams. Lily and Orchid, a tale of eternal love. This story is about a girl named Lily who learns the true meaning of love from an angel named Orchid and carries that legacy throughout her life. Once in a small, quiet village nestled between misty mountains and lush forests, lived a kind-hearted girl named Lily. Lily had always been different from the other villagers, as she possessed a unique ability to see and communicate with beings from other realms, especially angels. Her days were filled with laughter, and her nights with dreams of the celestial world. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the village, Lily took her usual walk through the forest. She followed a trail of delicate, glowing blossoms that seemed to light up just for her. At the end of the trail stood a radiant figure. It was Orchid, an angel with ethereal beauty who had been watching over Lily since she was a child. Orchid's wings shimmered with hues of pink and gold, and her eyes were the color of the ocean on a calm day. Lily, Orchid said softly, her voice like the gentle rustle of leaves, "I have come to tell you something important." Lily listened intently as Orchid described a realm where love and kindness were sacred. "Your heart is a beacon, drawing those who need light," Orchid continued, "and it is time for you to realize your true purpose." Over the next few weeks, Orchid and Lily spent countless hours together, sharing stories and laughter as they wandered through the enchanted forest. Orchid told Lily about the power of love and how it could transform even the darkest of places. With each passing day, their bond grew stronger, and Lily felt an overwhelming sense of purpose and happiness. One night, as they sat beneath a canopy of stars, Orchid spoke of the ephemeral nature of their time together. "I must return to the celestial realm soon," Orchid said, her eyes filled with a touch of sorrow. "But our connection will never fade." Lily felt tears welling up, but was comforted by Orchid's unwavering presence. "Remember, love transcends all boundaries," Orchid whispered. "Whenever you need me, just look within your heart." As the seasons changed, and the villagers noticed a new light in Lily's eyes, they marveled at the transformation. Lily continued to spread kindness and love throughout the village, her once quiet demeanor now radiant with an inner glow that touched everyone she met. Though Orchid had returned to the celestial realm, Lily felt her presence constantly. In every rustle of the wind, every bloom of the flowers, and every star that glittered in the night sky. Her heart was forever a beacon of love, continuing the legacy Orchid had imparted. And as Lily grew old, and her hair turned silver, she never forgot the angel who had shown her the true meaning of love. She would often close her eyes and feel Orchid's wings envelop her in a warm, comforting embrace. Even in the twilight of her years, Lily's heart was light, her spirit buoyed by the eternal love that transcended all realms. And so under the watchful eyes of the celestial beings, Lily's legacy of love and kindness lived on, inspiring generations to come. Let's continue softly with another tale. Zinnia and the Dancing Fairy Pea. This story is about Zinnia, a young girl who embarks on a magical journey with a fairy named Pea and learns that true guidance and adventure come from within. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between verdant meadows and whispering woods, lived a young girl named Zinnia. She had sparkling blue eyes and a heart full of dreams. Zinnia often wandered the meadows, captivated by their beauty. Yet she felt a profound yearning for adventure and guidance. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon painting the sky with hues of orange and purple, Zinnia found herself at the edge of the whispering woods. She heard a delicate melody, like the tinkling of silver bells, drawing her deep into the forest. Curiosity piqued, She followed the sound until she stumbled upon a radiant, tiny figure dancing in a moonlit clearing. The figure was a fairy named Peak, whose wings shone like rainbows and whose laughter filled the air with joy. "Well there," Peak chirped cheerfully. "I'm Peak, the dancing fairy." "Why do you seem so lost?" Zinnia, with wide eyes, explained her dreams of adventure and the guidance she longed for. Half with a twinkle in her eye, said, "Follow me and you'll find the answers you seek." Peak took Zinnia on a magical journey through the whispering woods. They visited enchanted glades where flowers sang and trees whispered secrets. They crossed sparkling streams that told stories of ancient times. Zinnia's heart swelled with wonder and joy. As they journeyed, Peak shared wisdom through her dances. She taught Zinnia that true adventure lies not just in distant lands, but in discovering the beauty within oneself and the world round. These dances illustrated that guidance often comes from within, where the heart's desires and dreams reside. One night, they reached a majestic ancient tree that seemed to touch the stars. His final dance round the tree was mesmerizing. "This," said, "is the tree of dreams. It will show you the paths your heart truly desires." As Zinnia gazed into the tree's shimmering leaves, visions of her future unfolded. She saw herself helping her village, sharing the wisdom and beauty she had discovered. She realized that her true adventure was to bring joy and guidance to those around her. With a grateful heart, Zinnia hugged Peak. The fairy's wings shimmered brighter than ever. "Thank you, Peak," as Zinnia said. "You've shown me that the greatest adventures and guidance come from the heart." And with that, Zinnia returned to her village, forever changed. She brought back with her not just memories of an enchanted journey, but a heart full of love and wisdom to share. From that night on, Zinnia's life was filled with adventure and purpose. Whenever she felt lost, she would recall Peak's dances and the magical journey, knowing she carried the guidance she needed within her. And so, under the same sky nested between the meadows and the whispering woods, Zinnia lived happily, guided by the light of her heart and the memory of a dancing fairy named Peak. The next story is ready to carry you further. Rose and the Dream Worthy in Wisteria. This story is about a girl named Rose and a dream guardian named Wisteria, who led Rose to a magical garden of wonders, showing her the beauty and wonder that exists in both dreams and reality. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and ancient forests, lived a girl named Rose. She had eyes as blue as the summer sky, and hair that shimmered like golden threads under the sun. Rose's days were filled with adventures. She loved exploring the meadows and streams, always looking for something wonderful and new. But the nights were her favorite time. Each night as she drifted into sleep, she found herself in the most magical place, guided by her friend Wisteria, the dream guardian. Wisteria was an ethereal being, with wings as delicate as the petals of a flower, and a presence that radiated warmth. She would gently tap on the window of Rose's dreams, ushering her into a world of colors and wonders. Together, they would soar over mystical landscapes, dive into oceans of stardust, and wander through enchanted forests where the trees whispered ancient secrets. One night, as the moonlight painted the village in silver, Wisteria appeared with a twinkle in her eye. "Tonight, Rose, we are going to the Garden of Wonders," she announced. Rose's heart fluttered with excitement as Wisteria extended her hand. They flew over mountains and valleys until they reached a garden unlike any other. It was filled with flowers that glowed in vibrant hues, fountains that danced with melodies, and paths that led to treasures untold. Rose's eyes sparkled with awe as she explored. Each corner of the garden held a new marvel. butterflies with wings like stained glass, trees that sang lullabies, and mystical creatures that welcomed her with open arms. Hysteria explained that this garden was a reflection of all the dreams of the world, a place of endless wonder. As the night went on, Rose discovered a hidden nook with a tree that bore golden fruit. "This fruit holds the essence of dreams," Rose Wisteria said. "It's a rare gift for those who seek wonder in everything." Rose reached out and picked one of the fruits, feeling its warmth and the weight of dreams within. As dawn approached, Wisteria gently guided Rose back to her room. "Remember, Rose," whispered Wisteria, "wonder is always around you, even when you soar away." Rose smiled, putting the memory of the Garden of Wonders close to her heart. And that day on, she found magic in the mundane and wonder in the smallest things, knowing that her dream guardian was always near. And so every night, they continued their adventures, each dream richer and more enchanting than the last. A new story begins to guide you closer to sleep. Flamonia and Bellflower, a miracle in the forest. This story is about Angelonia and her chipmunk friend Bellflower, who experience a miraculous winter in the forest thanks to their kindness and determination. In a tranquil village nestled amidst the emerald forest, lived a kind-hearted girl named Angelonia. She had long, flowing auburn hair and eyes that sparkled like the morning dew. In serene afternoon, while wandering through the woods, Angelonia stumbled upon a small, injured chipmunk. The tiny creature had golden, brown fur and expressive eyes that seemed to plead for help. Angelonia's heart ached for the poor animal, and she gently picked it up. "Help me, Bellflower," she whispered softly. From that day on, Angelonia and Bellflower became inseparable friends. They shared countless adventures in the forest, collecting wild berries and dancing under the dappled sunlight. As winter approached, the villagers started preparing for the harsh cold. One frosty evening, Angelonia noticed Bellflower, looking unusually anxious. "What's wrong, little one?" she asked, concern etched on her face. The chipmunk chattered nervously and led her to an ancient oak tree deep within the forest. There at the base of the tree was a cluster of other animals, all looking towards Angelonia, with hope in their eyes. The animals conveyed through their gestures that the winter would be especially severe this year and food was already scarce. Angelonia's heart swelled with determination. "We will through this together," she promised. For the next few days, Angelonia and Bellflower tirelessly gathered and stored food, sharing it with the animals who needed it most. They built cozy nests and shelters to protect their friends from the biting cold. Despite their efforts, the forest still seemed bleak and unforgiving. One night, as the wind howled outside Angelonia's window, she held Bellflower close and made a wish upon a distant star. "Please help us survive this winter," she whispered. The next morning, they awoke to a strange but beautiful sight. The entire forest was blanketed in a shimmering layer of frost that sparkled like diamonds. The air was filled with the scent of pine and fresh snow. Angelonia and Bellflower stepped outside to find that the frost-covered trees were heavy with an abundance of nuts and berries, as if nature itself had answered their plea. The animals awakened from their shelters, joy and relief evident in their movements. Angelonia and Bellflower marveled at the miracle before them. They had survived the winter, not just through their own efforts, but with a touch of magic that had reminded them of the kindness and resilience present in the natural world. As spring arrived, the forest bloomed with renewed life, and Angelonia and Bellflower continued their adventures, grateful for the miraculous season that had brought them even closer together. Their bond strengthened. They knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them side by side, with the same courage and love that had seen them through the harshest winter. Thank you for listening. Rest peacefully.